Chris, what is our third main topic today?
This comes from Mr. Mister. Hey, John and team. A now deleted listing on Amazon showed a She-Hulk thermos, giving us our first look at the character's green-faced. Whilst I wish our first look of her would have come from a trailer or poster, I'm still glad we've got something to talk about. What are all your guys' thoughts on this? Thanks, and bring on the filthy.
All right, thanks a lot for bringing that up, man. And yeah, listen, when I was sitting in the Anaheim Convention Center at D23, and Kevin Feige came out on stage, so we got some announcements to make. We're going to be doing a Ms. Marvel show. What? Really? We're going to be doing a Moon Knight show. And the heartbeat of Robert Meyer Burnett could be heard across the world. When that was
you
announced.
called it, man. You called it.
and one of a bunch of other things, but one of the other ones they said, which honestly, I think like 3 or 4 months earlier, somebody said, do you ever think they'll do a She-Hulk thing? I said, you know what? I generally don't like derivative characters, but I can see them doing a lot of them. I don't think I see them doing She-Hulk. I don't think I see them doing She-Hulk. About 3 or 4 months later, I'm in that auditorium in Anaheim with Kevin Feige on stage. Says, we're doing She-Hulk. Now, of course, recently they had that little preview clip they put out where we see Hulk and we see a scanning shot of the legs up to the shorts and stuff like that, but we never actually get to see the image of She-Hulk in her full scope. Tatiana Maslany, good Canadian girl, by the way. Mm-hmm. We've seen her. They showed her in her human form. Well, we've now got our first look at what she's going to look like in the show. And as it often happens, it comes from merchandising. Sometimes it's toys. Sometimes it's a thermos. And this time, it comes from a thermos. Whereas a product listing got listed on Amazon early, it was quickly taken down, but it was up on Amazon and it is now everywhere. And we actually, on this thermos, are getting our first looks. Now, granted, this is a sketch, this is drawing, but still, we're getting our first look at what Tatiana Maslany is going to look in her She-Hulk form. Here we see it on the thermos. There's that outfit that she was wearing in the little trailer clip that we saw. And then there's a couple of different I personally like this. This is very reminiscent of a couple of the She-Hulk comic covers, as a matter of fact. The pose and everything like that.
The poof hair.
The little bit of the poofy hair going.
Poofy front.
You gotta have that big hair.
That's got to be there. And then kind of the two-sided aspects of her human side, her monster side, all put in there at once. And listen, I think it's fair to say this roughly comes up to what we were expecting. I think we were all expecting this to kind of generally be the look. I'll tell you right now, I like it a lot. Because that's the thing about She-Hulk. She-Hulk is still supposed to be like, look, She-Hulk's got a lot of fanboys. I actually had a friend of mine who is a musician, and they actually wrote a song called She-Hulk Boy. And it was totally about how they're just completely in love. Yeah.
Really?
They were just, literally 100% true.
Oh, I love
And it was all about being completely in love with She-Hulk.
Oh.
And it's like, and the whole song goes on about, She-Hulk and me forever.
Wow. God.
And she's the teen boy dream girl, like in many ways, as well as being a Hulk.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is he always supposed to be green? Like she walks around green?
I can't remember if she's able to, I think she, in the comics, for at least for long stretches of the comics, she's always in her She-Hulk state.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not she's going to be able to transform back and forth in the show, I have no idea. I'm guessing she will be able to because we see her
Right.
in her human form talking to Bruce, which seems like that's a scene that's a little bit later in the show. It seems like things are already in motion there. So I don't know. I'm just kind of guessing. Anyway, Rob, you've had a chance to take a look at these images. Apparently, this is our look of She-Hulk. What do you think of it?
I like it, man. And I've heard from some people that have worked on the show that it is very much like that fourth wall breaking character she was in, I think, the Byrne run of the comics, which I think is going to be interesting to get that sort of meta Ally McBeal legal commentary.
Can I just say any comparisons to Ally McBeal makes me smile? I love that show.
I mean, look, Marvel has delved into many different genres and the legal procedurals and have been done in so many different ways. and that's what she is after all, a lawyer. So why not an LA Law type, Ally McBeal type show? You know, all they need Shatner is Denny Crane. It could be the greatest TV show ever made.
One of the greatest characters ever. Chris, you had a chance to take a look at these images. What are your thoughts?
I think this looks great. She looks like the comic book character. And yeah, it's a sketch, like y'all said, but I think it looks really, really awesome. If it is executed as well as Ally McBeal, then I'll be excited. Because the fourth wall breaking stuff, I was like, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be done well. But she's such a great actress. And I love this character. I love that Jen just becomes this more fun, free, like, less inhibited version of herself instead of just the kind of like very, very intense, wants to smash stuff. I think it's fun that it's a persona that just makes her much less inhibited. And I'm interested to see how that'll affect her career in her law cases.
Yes. Yes. Ray, I'm just curious, like as a visual graphic guy yourself, what do you think about the look of She-Hulk that we're seeing here?
It looks good. I mean, I don't know anything about her either, so I don't, but it looks good. I mean, I like the classic outfit on her, and that I have a question about when she's hulking out, does she get any bigger? Does she stay?
Well, that is, if you look at the pictures of her here, though, if you look at the images of her, which I just lost for whatever reason, she's clearly buff. I mean, she's clearly super buff. So that is her in her larger state.
So there's going to be a lot of visual effects then,
I think
right?
so. Yeah. Like, it's hard to imagine that they're not.
Yeah, that's the thing I wonder. I mean, she's going to have to be, it's not going to be like Lou Ferrigno painted green.
Yeah.
No.
You know,
no.
it's going to be
There's
visual
gonna be
effects.
CGI here.
I got to say, John, speaking of She-Hulk, you know, I just reread Avengers Disassembled in anticipation of Doctor Strange. There's a great scene when the Vision shows up in Avengers Disassembled and brings Ultron drones or robots, and She-Hulk, super She-Hulks out and tears Vision in half.
Ooh.
I mean, she's completely in a rage. Like, she's angry because people are getting killed and all that. And it's such a great frame. It's like a 2-panel spread where she just tears Vision in half. So She-Hulk can rock and roll when she needs to.
She can throw down.
And you know, John, like with the Hulk, I don't really like that character. He kicks too many of the heroes I like's asses. But
I love Hulk.
I believe with Hawkeye and Black Widow getting a movie, the Hulk needs something. So I'll take She-Hulk if that's the Hulk thing we're gonna get.
Well, I remember the Hulk thing. There's license issues with Hulk about why they can't do a standalone Hulk thing. But a lot of people feel like she was often a member of the Fantastic Four. Mm-hmm. This character, I mean, she's had a presence across. I mean, even when you got into the what was the Time Variance Authority, like She-Hulk had a big thing to do with the Time Variance Authority as well. Like, so she's been very much wrapped up in this a lot. So yeah.
Could you imagine? Do you think, I mean, because like you point out, she did have a big storyline. What if they brought the Time Variance Authority into She-Hulk somehow? Like, what if she put somebody from there on trial for some reason? I mean, I don't know. I look, if you're gonna do fourth wall crazy breaking, I could see the TVA, which is also way out in left field as far as the MCU is concerned, putting two great tastes that taste great together. That could be some really interesting stuff.
And she can control her anger, right? That's I think that's all I know about her.
This is one of the big distinctions between her cousin and her, is that She-Hulk is Professor Hulk.
Right.
Like, she maintains her total personality and who she is, much like Hulk does in Endgame, which I did not like Professor Hulk, to be honest with you. But I mean, I like my Hulk smash. That's how I like my Hulk. But yeah, but that's the difference between Hulk has traditionally been the difference between her. Like, it's like she goes into court like this.
Yeah.
Like, that's how she goes into court and tries cases. So
She's like, it's game day.
game day. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about these images of She-Hulk? I think it pretty much falls in line with what most of us were expecting. I kind of like them. How do you guys feel about them? Whatever your thoughts are, jump on down to the comment section below and leave your thoughts there. Hey guys, we want to take a minute and thank the sponsor of today's video, the good folks at Keeps. Now look, you guys probably already know that 2 out of every 3 men will experience some form of hair loss by the time they're just 35 years old. Now that's where Keeps comes in, because Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any of its competitors. That means the guys that use it love it. Keeps offers a simple, affordable, and stress-free way to keep your hair. It's also low cost. Treatments start as low as just $10 per month, and Keeps offers generic versions for the 2 FDA-approved medications to prevent hair loss. That means treatment plans are affordable, typically half the cost of pharmacy prices. Keeps has everything your hair needs delivered straight to your door with discreet packaging and proven results. Remember, prevention is the key. Treatments can take 4 to 6 months to see results, so the sooner you act, the better. When it comes to your hair, save more, spend less with Keeps. So if you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to Keeps, that's KEEPS.com/Campea to receive your first month of treatment for free. That's Keeps, KEEPS.com/Campea to get your first month free. Keeps.com/Campea.